What's going on, everyone? Today we are taking a look at the Ecovac Deebot T20 Omni. This is a robot vacuum that can both vacuum your floor and mop with hot water as well. Taking a look at the specs, this has two rotating mop heads, the first ever hot water mop washing, a very high 6,000 kPa suction power, LiDAR navigation, advanced obstacle avoidance, and built-in voice control features. Taking a look at the vacuum itself, I definitely like the design of this one. A lot of robot vacuums these days, they're either just all white or all black, and it's kind of a basic design at this point. But this one has some white in the front and a very, very nice silver finish up here. Little nice chrome ring here. Very simple, but overall a nice premium looking design, which should blend into most houses very easily. Taking a look at the base station, this is larger than most I've seen so far, but this is because this has 3 compartments inside. Coming up top right here, you have your dirty water bin, your clean water bin, which are both very large tanks, so you don't have to change them out that often. And then coming right down here in the middle, you have this little jar, and inside here you have your dust collection bag. So love the large capacity because, like I said, this allows it to store more and you don't have to change it out very frequently. Most importantly, and probably my favorite feature of this docking station would have to be the hot water mop pad washing. This is the first ever robot vacuum to have this, and overall this is going to do a much better job at cleaning the mop pads versus regular cold water, especially when dealing with oils. This uses 131 degrees Fahrenheit water, which is apparently the ideal temperature to melt away oils, but also not hot enough to make sticky stains harder to clean. In the end, this is going to make the robot clean a whole lot better, as you'll get a fresh pad to clean with every time, instead of dragging around old oils or dirt stuck on the mop head instead. This station also dries the mop heads as well, so overall a lot of tech packed into this to make sure the robot is cleaning the best it can. Taking a look at the front of the vacuum, this vacuum has what is called True Detect 3D 3.0 obstacle avoidance. That's these sensors right here up front. This makes real-time 3D scans of your room to easily avoid obstacles and clean more efficiently. I've had other vacuums that simply bump into everything and go around after that, but this one detects it ahead of time, which is a lot more effective, especially with small things that can get caught in the vacuum. Flipping the vacuum over, here we have not one, but 2 brushes that help gather the dirt to be vacuumed. Most other vacuums just have one, which helps, but what happens is it sometimes smacks it in the other direction and the vacuum still misses it. But with 2 of them, it basically works like 2 hands gathering everything from both sides, and in the end, this is going to be a lot more effective and efficient in cleaning in one pass. Coming to the center here, you have a rubber brush with spiraling blades on it. This is going to not only be easier to clean, but also help agitate carpets for a better vacuum as well. Last but not least, here we have what is called their Osmo Turbo 2.0 mopping system. Just by looking at it, you can tell this is going to do a much better job at mopping versus the robots that just have the large single pad. These also spin in opposite directions to help scrub and mop the floor a lot better as well. So using the robot, it definitely did a great job cleaning my room. Looking at the spec, this has a very high suction power of 6,000 kPa, whereas most other robot vacuums typically have anywhere from 3 to 5,000 on average. Testing out the mopping pads, I used some barbecue sauce and set it to 2 passes. As you can see, it cleaned the mess up very easily and did not leave anything behind. This robot has what's called auto lift mopping as well. As soon as it detects a carpet, it'll automatically lift up the mop head so it won't get your carpets wet. This is a great feature to have, as you can just set the robot to both vacuum and mop and not have to worry about your carpets getting wet. Taking a look at the app, this vacuum also features an edge deep cleaning feature. When this is enabled, the vacuum will get much closer to the wall to get a much deeper and more thorough clean in those harder to reach areas. Typically, these areas can be hard to clean, but thanks to the rubber brushes, this vacuum sweeps and vacuums them very well. As far as cleaning goes, this vacuum has 4 different modes you can choose from. There's vacuum only, where it'll only vacuum your house. There's mop only, where it would mop only. This would be good if your floor is clean, but you just want to clean up a little spill or something wet on the floor. There's vacuum and mop, which would be good for a general cleaning in your house. Then lastly, there's vacuum then mop. This will be good if you haven't cleaned in a while and need to sort of hit reset for a good deep clean. Or another situation would be if you get actual outside dirt on the floor. This will make sure it vacuums first and then mops, so it's easier to clean and doesn't turn the dirt into mud. As I said earlier, this does have an advanced obstacle avoidance that works very well. This not only works great with larger items, but also on small things such as wires as well. It was great to see how well this actually worked, as most other robot vacuums are pretty bad with wires and typically end up getting stuck. Last but not least, while this vacuum does work with Google or Alexa, this vacuum also has its own integrated voice assistant called Yeeko. So instead of having to use the app, you can simply talk to the vacuum, which in the end is going to be a whole lot easier. Okay, Yeeko,
I'm here.
start cleaning.
Okay, start cleaning the whole house.
So I wanted to test how well the hot water actually worked for cleaning the pad. So what I did is I poured some oil on the ground, let the robot clean it up. After this, I cleaned the pad with cold water. Then I did it again with hot water. And as you can see, the hot water definitely did a much better job at taking off the oil. Cold water wasn't bad, but there was still some residue left behind. And in the end, on your next clean, that's going to end up being smeared around your floor. So it doesn't really make much sense. But with the hot water, it was completely gone. I couldn't feel or see any more oil on the pad. So like they claim and as they advertise, the hot water definitely works very well and much better for cleaning the pads. Overall, this robot vacuum is definitely one of the best I've used so far. It does everything it advertises to do very well, and unlike my old robot, I love that I no longer have to constantly rescue the vacuum from it getting stuck on wires. Overall, if you happen to be looking for a new robot vacuum, I would highly recommend this one here from Ecovacs, which again is the Deebot T20 Omni. Alright, well that about wraps up this video. As usual, if you have any questions at all, feel free to drop me a comment and let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.